All right, so now we're going to look at the break and continue statements. So this should be a pretty quick video. Basically what break does is it allows us to do just that, break out of the loop. So usually you're going to check for a specific condition and then you're going to break out. So let's say we'll set I to 0. Let's say as long as I is less than or equal to 20 and increment by 1. And then let's say we'll just do a console log of I. If I save that, you'll see it'll just show 0 through 20. But let's say we want to stop once we hit 15. So I'll just do a check here and say if I is equal to 15, then we'll console log and let's just say breaking. And then right under that, we're going to put our break statement. So just break, semicolon. We'll save. And now you can see once it hits 15, it's going to break and it just doesn't go on any longer. All right, so you might have cases where once you hit a certain condition, there's no need to keep going. You just break out of the loop. All right, now continue is a little different. So with continue, basically you can skip the rest of the code in a current iteration and then continue to the next iteration. So for instance, if we do the same thing here, we'll say let I equals 20, and as long as let I equals 0, and then as long as I is less than or equal to 20, we want to increment, and we'll do the same thing, just console log I. Let me just let's comment this out here. Okay, so we just get 0 through 20, and let's say we're a superstitious hotel and we want to skip the 13th floor. So let's say if and say I is equal to 13, then let's do a console log and we'll say skipping 13, which I think is crazy. And then we want to just continue. All right, so what's going to happen here, if I save this, is you'll see it's going to skip 13. So instead of like, I could have this same effect if I did this if, had this console log, and then else had this console log. But here, I'm just going to skip the rest of this, right? So whatever is going on down here, it's going to skip because of this continue. So here it breaks out of the entire loop, right? Here it breaks out of the iteration and then continues on. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense.